Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to Sakura MMO 3. We shall continue from the moment we got to the library. Not bad, huh? Anyway. Wow, this place is huge! A shocked soft gasp of air falls from Fion's lips, and I'm rather inclined to agree with her. This library is so immense and sprawling to defy all human conventions. Well, I suppose that's only fitting. This place wasn't built by humans, after all. It was made by the gods themselves. I would say humans would be still able to make something like that. Well, technically, just because something was made by gods doesn't mean it's better. I bet I offended someone, but I don't care. And the inside of the Forbidden Library seems to be made almost entirely of white marble. The floor is shiny and highly reflective, and when I look down I can see my own face staring back at me. The high arched ceiling meanwhile towers many feet above my head. The air is very cold, devoid of any natural warmth, and I shiver. It feels like I've been shut off from the rest of the natural world. I can't hear the birds. I can't feel the sun. It's just me and my ragtag party alone in the strange world. Well, if you can't feel the warmth that it's outside right now, then I'm jealous. Because it's too damn hot. There are the bookshelves here, they're towering over my head. Wonder who owns them? Well, they belong to the gods, of course. All the knowledge in the world is stored on these shelves, or so the say gods. If mortals such as ourselves had access to all this knowledge, it would make them too powerful. That or it would drive them mad. Well, that too. There's a reason why this place is called the Forbidden Library. I just want the knowledge how to be super rich. Can I get this part? You know, is there a section for this in this library? I don't like this! I don't like this at all! Fion glanced around restlessly. Don't it feel like a bunch of eyes are watching us from behind those shelves? No. Eyes? Yeah, like there are people, creatures, lurking in the shadows, staring at us and whispering. But how could people watching from the shadows? There aren't any shadows. Everything is dazzlingly white and nothing seems to cast any shadows. Thinking about this place too much is making my head spin. Ooh. That don't matter! It's like being stared at all the same. It's giving me the chills. I wonder. Maybe it's the books? What about them? They could be the ones staring at you. There is nothing else it could be. Like I said, there are no shadows for any creatures to hide. Don't be ridiculous! Books don't have eyes! Maybe not. But these aren't ordinary books. I won't be surprised if they could hear everything we're saying. Here it is me! Stop me scare stories, you meanie! But I was being serious. Not worry, Vian. If there are any creatures watching us, I can fight them off, just like I fought the Kraken. Yeah. Your victory in battle has emboldened you, huh? Hasn't it? I just but I can like this place rather disturbing. I don't prefer to take my chance with the Kraken again, rather than wander deeper among the shelves. I mean, we still need to get out of this place, so maybe by the time he will be unfrozen and you will get your chance. I can't shake the feeling that we don't belong here. Maybe Bonnie had the right idea when she stayed back on the ship. I kinda wish I'd done the same. No, you don't. If you left you out, you'd be complaining for months. I think you're too inquisitive to sit out on an adventure, Fion. Didn't you tell yourself that you want to explore every inch of Asaph? That's true, but I realized this place would be so mesmerizing. Creepy, more like! Let's just hurry and find the book we need! I don't want to stay here too long! I agree with you, but where should we start looking? None of the shelves are labeled. And I'm not sure what sort of book it is we're looking for. Well, we could check books by one by one, but that will probably take years, provided them functions the same inside here as it does outside. Huh? Time can flow differently in different places? Of course it can. Can't you feel it? The air in here is so still. So that it feels like this building has been cut away from the real world. And it's lost. That just makes it even worse! Now I super want to get out of here! Gee. Considering the fate of the world at stake, you'd think the least this library could do is offer us some kind of guide. We're completely lost otherwise. And almost as for answering my summons! Hello, look! I can see her. A girl. The girl sneaked on the cold marble floor of the library, her dress spread out about her like the petals of a flower. For she has smooth skin and soft silky hair. She doesn't look organic. It's almost as for she's been carved from stone, just like the libraries that surround her. Would she bleed if I cut her? I don't care about that. Would she cry? Why would you ask such questions? I know, I can tell, and I don't want to test it either. Yeah! But why would you ask such the weird questions then? For she's nothing more than a slip of a girl, with a physique almost akin to Fion's. I don't want to try and fight her. This girl might not be physically intimidating and she does look powerful. But there's something not quite right about her. Is she even a human? Is she her own person? Or is she a manifestation of the library itself? Hello, that girl! What about her? She wasn't there before! I know. She just appeared out of me there! I know. But ain't it weird? Something fishy going in here! It's freaking me out! Please. Never rolls cries. If one girl is enough to scare you, you'll never be able to defeat the evil goddess. Never sounds so confident, I almost believe her bravado. But I can see that she's trembling, albeit slightly. Never scared of this girl too. I think we all are. No, we aren't. I'm fine here. After all, everybody's afraid of the unknown. Well, whatever this girl is, she might be able to help us. If she works in this library, I'm sure she'll be able to direct us where we want to go. That's a good idea. I'll ask her a few questions. You mean you're gonna talk to her? Ain't you scared? Me? Scared of a sleep girl like this? Of course not. I'm Dark Witch Viola. I look towards the girl, my heels lagging against the marble floor. Excuse me, I'm the Dark Witch Viola. Perhaps you've heard me? The girl lifts her head. The own our eyes beat the blood in my veins runs cold. Her eyes. They are pale blue, like ice, but even colder. A shiver runs down my spine. No human eyes that cold or empty. No human has eyes that cold or empty. Doubt. Doubt. What in the world happened to her? Maybe she was alive once, like me. But she got lost in the library for far too long, and it sapped all of the humanity in her heart. I feel my resolve wavering. But I know I can't stop now. If I lose my nerve, we'll never be able to defeat Iona, and our journey will have been for nothing. As the leader of my crew, I can't afford to get cold feet now. Like I said. Maybe she's a librarian. Damn, I wish my school had librarians like that. I'm the Dark Witch Viola. I'm here on a quest with my crew. We were sent here by the witch Gardenia. She told us that the goddess Iona is plotting her revenge, and she will soon destroy the whole of Asaph. We need to stop Iona from escaping the underworld. But first we need to learn how to fight her. Can you help us? The girl doesn't say anything. The expression on her face doesn't flicker. If she's at all surprised by my story, she doesn't show it. But I don't know if she's capable of experiencing such emotions. She might look like a person, but she isn't. If she ever had any humanity in her, that's long gone, and you said it already. Still, the girl rises to her feet. The book in her hands disappears as to the books that were floating about her. She gives four of us long, lingering look. And then she turns. What's going on? Is she gonna lose our destination? I think so. When she said that then, why won't she tell us what's going on? Maybe, and it's just speculation, but... Maybe she can talk. Huh? Why not? Is she dumb? Fion, you are dumb. Did somebody cut out her tongue? I doubt it. It's probably... Well, never mind. It does matter. Alright, so I would assume she's, you know, some kind of being that is not capable of talking, or shy. No, wouldn't say that. Doesn't like to talk with other people, and she's like, I will lead them and they will leave me alone, right? Anyway. Hey, Neve, you can't just say something like that and then cut yourself off. What were you gonna say? Nothing that concerns you. Neve administers a quick flinch to Fion's forehead. The sound echoes throughout the library, as does Fion's surprised scream. What? What was that for, you meanie? Also, Fion, you should shut the hell up in the library. It was for your own good. Now, let's go. We need to follow the girl. I'm gonna be thinking about this, but... Alright, I'll take a look, but I ain't happy about this. And so the four of us follow our guides through the library. Shelves pass by in a blur. I stare at the books as I walk by them and my head reading. There are books stacked upon books, stacked upon books. Some of the books look old and their spines are faded and worn. Others are strangely opulent. Their spines studded with precious gems and decorated with liquid gold. Some of the books are thicker than any books I've ever seen before. Others are so thin they may as well be invisible. Do these books contain information about everybody who's ever lived and died in Asaph? Are any of them about me? Do these books know where I was born? Do they know where I will die? When? This library is so expensive, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know how long I've been walking, following the footsteps of my ghostly guide, but it feels like forever. Each second stretches out before me like a vast desert, expanding outwards infinitely. Time isn't moving like it should, keeps stopping and starting and collapsing in on itself like the sand in an hourglass. I feel like I've been walking for years, but in this library, years don't even mean anything. Time is nothing more than a passing dream. Eventually, after hours or days or years, our guide halts at one particular shelf. Then, shelf itself looks the same as all the others. But I can hear one of the books calling out to me. The book is plain, thin tome, the spine dune colored and entirely uninteresting. There isn't anything written down the spine, no title and no author. It does look special, but... I know this is the one. The knowledge I've been seeking lies within these pages. Hey, can you guys hear that? Hear what? The book. It feels like it's speaking to me. I can hear the book speaking too, but I can't pick out any words. It sounds more like a soft whisper. I swallow. Here's why we came here, risking life and limb as we sailed across the 7 seas. But is this really alright? I look at our guide for confirmation. Sup, white-haired? We are both white-haired, by the way! Can we check the book? Our guide remains mute and soundless, like a horribly realistic sculpture, or else an animated corpse. Until after an uncomfortable silence, she nods her head. I'll take that as a yes then. My heart is pounding, fingers trembling. I reach out and take the hidden brown tome from the shelf. Elrin and Fion crowd about me as I open these pages. The pages are thin and brittle, they must be incredibly old. I handle them with as much care as I can, not wishing to damage the book. What would happen if I tore a hole in an item as precious as this? Would our mute guide steal my soul as punishment? I'd rather not find out. I squint at the spread pages of the book, my eyes narrowed. The text written inside the book is alien to me. It isn't written in Japanese or the more European-inspired Asaphian. It's like no language I've ever seen before, in an alphabet unfamiliar to my eyes. But I can still understand what it says. I know how to find the underworld. All of a sudden I can see it. I can picture it. The entrance to the underworld is... No way! There is just... No way! The entrance to the underworld! Of all places, why does he have to be there? Where? Where? The rest of my time, the Forbidden Library passes by in a blur. When I arrive back on the boat, I feel disoriented. Oh, so she didn't leave us! It feels like I've awoken from a deep dark sleep. Yo! Back so soon? Why did I do that noise? So soon? That's right, I figured we've been there way longer. How strange. How long were we in the library for? I don't know, wasn't keeping track, not that long before, maybe 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes? Give or take, yeah. No, wait, that's impossible. We're in there way longer. 15 minutes. Where did all the time go? Do I need to question it? It is an enchanted library. Well, I suppose it's better that time moves more slowly inside the library and supposed more quickly. It would be exhausting if we managed and learned that 10 years had passed. Is something like that impossible? We're very ancient, arcane magic, possibly. If the source is true, then the gods themselves built the library. We are capable of anything. All of Asaph is malleable beneath their fingers, even the flow of time. Gee, these gods are kinda crazy. Not scary, crazy. I think they might be even more nuts than you, Nathan. They sure are, they sure are. And what do you mean by that exactly? Nothing. Fion laughs, but her laughter sounds uneasy, and it soon fades away. No matter how cheerful Fion tries to act, that's all it is, an act. I can see the cracks forming in Fion's facade. Our stint in the Forbidden Library, which was briefer than any of us expected, has impacted Fion much more than anybody else. I think I knew why too. The true location of the underworld shocked all of us, but nobody was more surprised than Fion. So, did you find everything you wanted? I believe so, yeah. That's great! So this journey was in for naught after all. We managed to defeat the Kraken that bested me all those years ago, and you found the last puzzle piece you need to complete the quest. So, what was their library like? It doesn't look like much on the outside, but I bet it's super fancy within. Were the walls made of solid gold? Was the floor covered in plush carpets? Were the boatlet of jewels everywhere, making everything glitter? Is money all you think about? Yes. Well, I'm a pirate. Well, it's about the thing that gets me for that place, and glory. You know what? I like money. How woefully simple-minded. It's a good thing you didn't enter the library with us, or you would have been disappointed. The Forbidden Library isn't a row full of goldy treasure. It's far more spiritual than that. Spiritual, well, that doesn't sound very interesting. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't go after all. Yikes, you'd have spoiled the mood. Says the Darkling at you. Now what's that supposed to mean? It means we are off. It's amazing how quickly everything seems to have returned to normal. Okay, where that entrance might be? In the whirlpool, Kraken's whirlpool, maybe? That's one guess. Second guess, somehow I have a feeling it might be under Viola's castle. I don't know why, but I have that feeling. The time I spent in the library was sobering. But now I've escaped its icy clutches, that heavy feeling has fallen away. Hopefully the hardest part of my journey is behind me. After raiding the library, Iona herself should be simple. Let's get going! We still have a lot we need to do. And it won't get done if we stand here arguing. The Dark Goddess will be lonely in the underworld all by herself, and I'd hate to keep her waiting. Let's introduce ourselves to the Goddess. And then we'll blow her away. Yes, Mom! I'll do my best! I would give anything for you, milady. My love, my life, my body. Just say the word, and I'll be prepared to throw it away. That Goddess won't stand a chance. 5 minutes later. By nightfall, Crescent Island is far behind us, nothing more than a Heck, barely visible on the horizon. We rebound for the mainland now, where we'll say goodbye to Bonnie. No! Then after our farewell, we'll head to our final challenge. We need to find the evil goddess Iona. I lay in bed, pondering this when... excuse me, can I come in? Whoever it was. Fionn, is that you? That's right, you're not busy right now, are you? I can always come back later, but I'll bother you with everything. I purse my lips together. Now this sense of a conscientiousness is most unlike my little thief girl. What? Why does she sound so self-effacing? No, I'm not busy right now, and even if I was, I can always make time when it comes to cute girls. Do come in, Fionn. Alright, thank you. Whoa! My thief girl pushes open the door of my cabin and steps into my chamber. She's wearing her underwear, and her blonde hair looks more rumpled and disorderly than usual. She's so small... Well, I don't know about that. And her hair is so fluffy, she almost reminds me of a little hamster. I honestly have no idea where this come from. I don't see similarity. Oh, Viola! Yes, what is it? I know what to do! Make that hamster going through some kind of existential crisis. Well, don't stand there looking sorry for yourself. First, you need to sit down. Don't make me wait all night. Alright, it's okay then. Fionn crosses the room, her bare toes curling against the floorboards, and sits gently on the edge of my bed. Thanks for letting me crouch while you were for a while. I owe you one. Huh? Honestly, as much... Yeah, I think... Option number 2 might actually scare her. Don't worry about it, Fionn. You've been doing more than enough for me lately. But it's late at night and I bet you wanna get your beauty sleep. I know she'll be here back me, but... Fionn sighs. Is there something I can do to make it up to you? Huh? Oh. Man, that might be the storm coming over here. Fuck. You know, it would be good if it rained, actually. I don't want to be a nuisance! My, you're being awfully considerate. Usually you don't bother with nice cities. Yeah, well, Nevis was going about Mother's this and Mother's that, so maybe it rubbed off on me. Plus, you ain't all that bad, Viola. You're kinda nice, in fact. I told myself when you first took me in, I wasn't gonna rely on you. In fact, I kinda hate you. Hate it. I was used to being on my own. I figured I could make it by myself this world, with my own brains and my own schemes, but here I am coming to you for advice. I know how pathetic I look, but you don't gotta say nothing. You don't gotta say anything. I'd rather you didn't tease me about it. If there is something I can offer you, then please ask. Well, if you're going to be that insistent, then... I look Fionn up and down, my lips pursed. I'd like it if you could wear some nicer clothes. Nicer clothes? Yeah, it'd be most delightful to dress you up, like a little doll. You have beautiful dark eyes and golden hair. Hey, to be fair, I would say her eyes were more golden than the hair, but... I'm sure you would look incredible in poofy dress. Maybe a mild outfit, less like Nevis. No. The possibilities are real or endless. I know I said I'd do anything for Viola, but... You won't do that. I'd rather not. If I wore a maid outfit, never totally freak out. She'd think I was trading on her regularly. Besides, clothes don't make the money now. No matter how fine the fabrics you drape your body with, that won't change who you are as a person. Oh my god. Wow, that's deep, Fionn. Holy crap. She really can provide us with some wise thoughts. Sometimes. My papa always told me it's what's on the inside that matters. And he may have had a point, but... I shake my head. I guess there is no point arguing about this. I mean, it's true, but... Still. Well, enough about your clothes. I've lectured you about this often enough. What I really want to know is, why'd you come to my room so late night? Well, it's complicated. These things often are. For Fiona hasn't told me why she's here, I think I already know. Fiona's been my trusted companion for a good while. Since Sakura MMO 1. We've been on various adventures together and I've grown to understand her quite well. You're worried about going to that place again, aren't you? I don't specify what that place is, but I don't have to. Yes, you do, because I don't know! Fiona's whole body stiffens, like an ice sculpture, and the color drains from her face. It looks like I was right, I knew it. But how could you guys? I was trying to act like it didn't matter to me at all day! I know you were, and it was a valiant effort. But you're not how the actress you think you are. Says you! I attempted to fool you the first time we met, remember? Hey, beware about that, was before I had the privilege of spending so much time with you! I can tell when you were bottling your emotions up, Fion. The truth was blatantly obvious. I guess I ain't as good at lying as I used to be. My skills really are getting rusty. Maybe I should start training Valerie, just so I know I can still hold my dagger steady. Fion sighs and rests her head against my shoulder, as for admitting defeat. I close her soft blonde hair brush against my bare skin. Being so close to Fion and breathing in her unique scent is comforting. You're right, Viola. I'm worried about going back there. Of all the places the entrance to the world could be, why did it have to be there? Where? Oh, so it's in the city you lived in. It's almost like the girl goddess tried to mock me. Will you be alright going there again, Fion? It won't upset you, will it? It's upsetting me, just think about it. But I know I ain't got any choice. I don't wanna hang back and let you and Larry and Neve do all the work. I don't wanna go to that place again. It has too many painful, embarrassing memories. It's kinda scary, actually. But I know I've gotta be brave. I can't let myself get worried. I'm supposed to be the one who cheers everybody up, damn it. Oh, Fion. I look at the crown of her blonde head. When I exhale, her fine golden hairs quiver. My thief girl tries to be cheerful and silly and irrelevant, but even she has her own worries. That goes without saying. She's only human after all. Oh, it's that place, not okay. Any girl would be afraid of that place. It's a famous landmark across Asaph. For notorious would probably be more accurate. Who would have thought the entrance to the underworld would be there? In Asaph 9, it was regarded as a perverted joke created by the game's development company. In Asaph itself, girls speak of it with repressed shoulders, and few female travelers are foolhardy enough to go there. It's a clearing deep in a roseberry forest, where the trees are thinner and the blue sky can be seen. In the middle of this clearing, there stands a tree. At a glance, it seems to be a perfectly normal tree like another, for its trunk is unusually thick and its boughs are tangled with wires. But there is nothing normal about that tree. It's known as the sentient sycamore, and it seems to have some kind of perverse vendetta against women. If the girl gets too close to this tree, it will scoop them up into the air in its vines and then proceed to... Well, if you played Sakura MMO 1, you would know where this is going. Apparently, the entrance to the underworld is located beneath that tree. The book in the Forbidden Library said that the tree was planted to keep unsuspecting people away from the underworld and the banished Darkling goddess, Iona. The goddess's intense hatred, however, were the tree with regarded entrance to her underground realm. Half mad with jealousy and hatred after her lover, Iron, abandoned her for another woman, the tree now acts on Iona's darkest desires. It's fueled by the hatred and anger of a goddess spurned. A tree that assaults women. The same tree I brought Fion to when I intended to punish her. In the end, Well, in the end, I, didn't do that. No, I didn't. No, totally didn't. Not on my first playthrough. So, we are going... This is the 11th choice, by the way, already. But to be fair, I like this kind of thing more. Or, in the very beginning, if you can make the choices yourself, what you did in the previous game, it's better that way than to use the save data. To be fair. Because this crap sometimes doesn't work correctly. And wait. I meant to push Fee in the tree to punish her, but I couldn't quite bring myself to do it. We went back to my home, and Fion remained unscathed by the buffs of that sentient tree. But it seems her fearful memories remain. I still wonder if Fion's worried about going back there. I'm sorry, Fion, I should have never been so cruel to you.
Well, I don't blame you. I guess I did try and steal from you. I caused you a bunch of trouble back then. I know I deserve some kind of punishment, and cruel woman than yourself might have had me killed outright, or cut off my hands. I guess it could have been worse. It ain't really a place I want to go again in a hurry for. Especially not when it reminds me of,
I know.
That tree's scary and all, but I can deal with it. Arian never don't seem scared, so I shouldn't be scared either. Why should I be worried when you're on my side? You might have been cruel to me before, but we get on better than we did back then. I think I know you will look after me.
Okay, seriously, the thunder is coming. On one point, I feel like it would be good. On the other note, because I actually plan to go on a bicycle ride. God damn it!
I have faith in you. I guess. That's what I want to tell you, I guess. That I'll still do my best no matter what happens. You don't need to worry about me.
Oh, Fion, you really are adorable. I smiled at her, gently tracing her cheekbone with my fingertips. How can I not worry about you when I'm the one who installed the fear in your heart of that tree? I can't wipe the memories clean from your mind, but I can try to make amends.
Amends? And how are you gonna do that exactly?
Well, like this maybe. Hug or kiss? Oh shit. Ah. Ah, damn it. Let's go with that safe option for now. Boop. I shuffle even close to Fion if such thing is possible and wind my arms about her back in an embrace. Fion's defense little bears, perhaps surprised, but
I love you. You got me!
Eventually she softens my embrace. Now I wonder if the kiss has the CG. So I totally wish the Hakas had it as well. My little deep girl exhales a soft sigh, her lips burst and winds her arms about my waist.
You weren't supposed to make me care about you this much! I've been on my own for years, I figure I could hack it on my own until I died in the end. When I'm with you! For some reason I feel so weak! I just want to let you for support, even though you hurt me that one time! Even though you scared me! I still like you! I just can't help myself!
That's alright, Fion. I like you too. That's why I'm embracing her so tightly, my arms about her waist. I don't want to let her go. Not until she feels stronger. You're not weak for,
Hey! I ain't?
No, you're not. If you were a weakling, I never would have let you travel with me. It's because I believe you that I recruited you to join my party. No, you actually you. Okay, let's not ruin the moment. And it's because I believe you that I'm going to stay with you. Relying on others from time to time says nothing about how strong you are as a person. It's natural to lean on one another. So don't feel bad about it again, okay? No matter what happens, I'm here. I promise. And we'll see where this is going tomorrow. Let's end the episode here and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.